So, Larry, tell me about Swamp Thing.
Oh, Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
Let me sit down here. We got to talk about Swamp Thing for a couple seconds because that got canceled, man. You said it got canceled? Oh.
It got canceled, but it was good, right?
Well, apparently, I mean, we haven't seen it, but I don't know if I even want to watch it now knowing it's got canceled already. But it had like an 87% on Rotten Tomatoes, getting good ratings.
It's the DC curse. I mean, the DC universe is already being thought about canceled.
It's not a Swamp Thing. It's a DC
It's
thing.
a DCU thing. Yeah.
Oh, my God. We did the reactions. I was excited. I thought he looked good.
Yeah.
I wanted to check it out. And then what happened?
The initial first episode was extremely well received.
This is why it's so hard to get into
comic book
TV
and
series.
TV series. Yeah.
Because you get into it, you get excited, and then done. It's over.
It's almost like they don't care.
Yeah. Or you watch it for years, and then that last season turns out crap, like Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Lost. I loved Lost. Oh my God. And that last season I was like, what is going on and why?
I know.
But
all I know is we saw
Dark Phoenix.
XMen. Dark Phoenix.
Yeah. Yes.
And Dark Phoenix was not what we expected.
No. I mean, we've been hearing that it's the worst movie of the year. It's not. It's definitely not the worst movie of the year. That's one thing I can guarantee most people going to this movie. You should not come out feeling like this is the worst movie of the year.
No.
Now, is there problems with this movie? Oh,
yes.
There's big problems.
Yes.
But worst movie of the year, I can't give it that.
No. I mean, we have some problems. I mean, basically Dark Phoenix is roughly about Jean Grey.
Yes.
Acquires supernatural powers through a entity that attacks her or forms with her during a rescue mission by the X-Men. During this period of time, they are trying to save astronauts that were on board of a ship, like the Endeavour, I believe. And it's in the past. I mean, it's in like the 90s or 80s. I don't know what period of time they were in.
It was 1975.
Oh, 75. Okay.
Yes, I remember that.
So they were trying to rescue the crew of the Endeavour, and it started off great. I mean, it started off as a really fun popcorn summer movie.
As far as the first part, if you go real to the first part, with Jean Grey as being a child, I thought that was decent.
It was handled great.
I thought the effects there with the car and everything looked good.
They set it up with Jean Grey being in this accident that you see in the trailer. So this is not a spoiler. No. It's her being in an accident with her parents, and that's how they blast you into this movie.
Yeah, and I thought
it's extreme. I mean, it is violent, and it's great.
Yeah, I thought it plus what happened in outer space was a really good start to this movie. You got Jean Grey, outer space. I love outer space, and there's something about those scenes that you get where you see the shuttle spinning around, and you see them, and you see Earth, and it's just so beautiful and amazing that the technology of CGI and everything has come this far.
Yep.
Where you can literally go to the theater, look at a huge screen, and feel like you're in outer space.
It was very realistic, especially with them, and I love the fact the action scenes focused on the X-Men using their powers to save people. Well, let's talk about the story. Let's start this off right. We have the X-Men that are kind of fragmented. You kind of have like
two different
sections. You have the younger and you have the older sections of the X-Men.
Yes.
And they're kind of butting heads a little bit, and you can tell there's like a little bit of fragmentation in the whole group. I mean, some are just like, hey, let's get the hell out of here. Let's not bother with this anymore.
Yeah.
And then you got the devoted younger crowd that wants to be X-Men that are like, hey, we want to help. We want to do whatever it takes.
And at the same time, with some of the events that happen, you got the pissed off X-Men.
Yeah, you got the Mystique.
Yeah.
You got Mystique playing a pissed off Jennifer Lawrence. I thought that some of the characters handled poorly. I mean, I thought that Beast was handled poorly. I thought he was made out to be like kind of a simpleton. Like, he's supposed to be like the smartest man alive, and he's supposed to be like this thinker that thinks first, actions second. And in this, he like lost all that. I mean, he became like this force to like, oh, I don't care what happens. I want to go out there and I want to fight and I want to do this and that. And it's like you lost his character. I mean, and that happens to a lot of them.
As far as Hank goes, I mean, there is reasoning behind what he's feeling.
Yeah.
But that reasoning, it kind of messes up what we've seen up till this date to me.
Right.
With X-Men. Now I ain't gonna say this is the worst X-Men. Definitely not.
It's not.
It is not. I've heard people saying this is worse than Wolverine Origins.
No.
This is worse than Apocalypse.
No.
No.
Let's put it this way. Fassbender did an admirable, just superb job at Magneto.
Yeah. He always has.
His character was incredible. The moment you saw him on screen, you were like, oh my God, this is amazing. That was the best part of the whole movie to me. Jennifer Lawrence was actually a hindrance to me. I thought her character was kind of wooden. I thought her motivations were really poor. The way she acted was kind of against her original character.
Yeah.
I mean, she was really almost against the whole X-Men team.
And I think that's why I was talking about what I was talking before, that some of them didn't feel like they were here.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like she was there.
Like they were more against the X-Men than they were for them.
Yeah.
And it felt weird. I mean, James McAvoy, he felt like a different character. I mean, he felt like a different person. He was not the same smart, brilliant scientist character. He all of a sudden was this like egotistical, I have to have my name in the papers, I'm not for the greater good, I'm just for what keeps us out of trouble kind of guy.
They do kind of play him off as almost like a
sort of bad guy.
So what? We wear matching costumes and smile in pictures to make everyone feel safe?
That is a small price to pay for keeping the peace.
By risking our people to save theirs.
Yes, yes.
It's funny. I can't actually remember the last time you were the one risking something. And by the way, the women are always saving the men around here. You might want to think about changing the name to X-Women.
A bad guy, a secondary villain?
And I don't buy that.
But it's not a main villain. You still know he's not the bad guy.
Yeah.
You know what his true
redemption
heart is feeling.
Yeah.
But up until then, you're thinking, I kind of really don't like the guy. He's kind of not that good of a person.
Yeah, he was pissing me off for half the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really weird. Like, I'd never been upset at Charles Xavier. And it was just like he was upsetting me throughout the movie because of the way he was acting. It was the writing that was pushing this.
I really think the writing here.
It was the writing.
It's where it failed.
I felt the biggest detriment to this whole show was Sophie Turner.
But you have to admit, though, man,
there was a few
when she looks pissed off. God, she is so hot pissed off.
When she looks upset and she is in the movie itself, she is extremely attractive.
I agree to a degree, because you got the biggest character of this movie who does hinder the movie.
She is a remarkably attractive young woman in this movie. But I cannot let that overlook the fact that she did kind of a piss poor job in Jean Grey. I mean, here's how it went. It was more like she would cause an action and then play like this, oh, woe was me, like sad story, sob story thing for like 10 minutes, and then do something horrific again, and then play the same like, oh, I don't know what to do with myself. And she was always whispering. She was always solemn, and she didn't have a lot of emotional range.
Yeah. No, she's very wooden in this movie.
Yeah.
Now, I will say I love the effect they did with her, though. The broken skin,
face.
the wing flares, the fire flares. I thought it looked really good.
Yeah. I will tell you another part of this movie I had a problem with. Evan Peters was not utilized enough. Quicksilver should have been in a lot.
Oh yes,
more.
especially
He got
towards
hurt.
the end.
He got hurt in the movie. It's a spoiler. I'm sorry. He got hurt in the movie, and suddenly he was out of the movie for like half of it. And I felt so upset the fact he wasn't in more of it, because he had the best part of this movie.
He's in everybody.
Every time he's in it, it's the best.
I agree, because I was thinking that while I was watching, I was like,
Yeah.
where's Quicksilver? I mean, he's one
like
of
this.
the better characters of this younger generation.
Yeah.
Him and Fassbender, and I even say McAvoy. I think he's done a well job as playing.
He was
a young
okay.
Professor X.
Yeah.
But Quicksilver, I was just like, man, I like this character, but he's underutilized here.
Yeah.
I still Nightcrawler. He's good in the movie.
He was a really big part of this
a bigger
movie.
part than you would think.
Unlike the little pop in, pop out he did in the previous ones, he was a central character to this whole thing.
And you realize he's not. You always feel like he's not that powerful. He just pops and pops out.
Goodness.
There's more to Nightcrawler than what you think. And
He gets
like
violent.
That. Yes.
I mean,
yeah. One other thing we need definitely to talk about: the villain.
We're getting to the villain.
That villain. I'm sorry, but when you make a villain, you got to make them have a reason. You got to make the reason. You got to make the audience care for that reason. You got to make the audience care for that villain. And all I could think here with the villain was, why do I care about? I don't care about this villain.
It was Jessica Chastain.
It was.
She was a boring, one-dimensional villain. And that is the mistake that they make in these movies once in a while. I've never seen it to this degree. I mean, this degree was, wow, she doesn't matter at all.
Now,
I mean, you will, when you see this, you're going to go to yourself, okay, she's like an alien and she doesn't matter, but she's just trying to provoke the antagonist the whole time. And so one-dimensional. It was just like, I must find the bad guy and I must do this. And it was like, oh my God, please do something unexpected. Do something crazy, like control. Remember how Thanos crashed the moon down on him, on Iron Man? Do something crazy, but she was just boring. So, honestly, our intentions on this review was to keep it for 5 minutes, and it's now been a half hour. The characters in this movie were mostly great. A few of them were a little, like Sophie Turner especially, was not my favorite pick. The sound, the music was terrible in most parts, but I love the sound effects. The actual story kept me interested. It kept me going. It was not boring. I did not, one point in this movie, depending on how everyone else online reviewed it, was not bored.
No, I wasn't bored.
At all.
At all, yeah.
This movie does not deserve a 5.5 or any of that. I'm going to go on record and saying I would give this movie a C+.
I'm pretty much right there with you. Overall, I thought it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I don't hate this movie like some people do.
So what's your review going to be?
God, I am really teetering. I know you said C+.
I said C+.
And I've been teetering on B- and C+. And
the whole time.
I knew you were.
I knew you were.
Killing me. Okay, I'm going to say I enjoyed it. It was fun. I would have liked a better ending. Something that would have summed up the whole Fox X-Men universe, and we didn't get that.
That's the sad part. We can't talk to him about the ending.
That's the part that just kills me. I feel like we're left in a cliffhanger.
Yes.
And because of that, I can only give it a C+ because I know there's no hanger.
We are.
We're not getting anymore.
We're left at the end of the movie, even though it's the final movie, as stated by the pretty people that produced it.
Yeah.
It feels lackluster, like you're at the end of a TV show.
Yeah, like you're gonna get more.
Hey, everybody, boom, we're done. And you're like, oh, this is the end of the major series, the movie?
It sucks because I do want more. And this movie kind of made me want more, but at the same time, it makes me upset that we're not getting any more.
Yeah.
And that's why I can't give it anything more than a C+.
I mean, not like Swamp Thing.
Yeah, and you have Last Swamp Thing, and you have Last Stand, which it goes off a lot, but that's pretty much how I feel on this one.
Okay. Well, you heard it from us, and C+ for both of us tonight.
Yeah. I mean, I can honestly recommend, if you like X-Men, go see it. If you don't like X-Men, it's probably not a good choice to begin your journey with.
Yeah.
If you like superheroes, I'd even say still go see it.
It was still
if you
entertaining.
like action movies, if you like CGI movies, if you just like big blockbusters in this middle of summer, go see it.
It was still entertaining.
Yeah.
You'll still have fun with it. It's not as bad as the reviews say they are.
No.
So, I will have to say, it's worth seeing. Would I watch it again, though? Probably not.
Honestly, I think I would on your screen because he's got
on a big screen.
He's got a 120-inch screen, so I would say yes on another big screen.
Yes,
I would watch it again. It's a fun movie.
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, honestly, on a big screen, yes. But if it's just like a rental, I don't know if I'd rent it.
Yeah, I wouldn't rent it. I wouldn't pay money to see this again.
No.
If it comes out on Netflix.
But it's worth seeing its movies once. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth seeing on a big screen. It's the end of an era. You definitely got to check it out. But I think that's about all we got.
Yep.
So until next time, guys, don't forget, like, subscribe, right there. I think it's right there. It could be right here. It could be right there. It could even be up here. I really don't know. But hit that subscribe button. Help us out. We're at 562 last time I looked.
And 1,000 plus on Facebook.
Yes.
So
help us hit 600 on YouTube.
Yep.
Maybe even 1,000, just like our Facebook page. But until next time, I think that's about all we got.
That's all I got.
All right. See you guys.
Peace.